Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hello, good morning, everyone. Inform your friends to join the class, guys. Shall we start the class? Or shall we wait for 2 minutes today? So, you have the mid exams, okay? So, prepare for the mid exams. And I will give you the assignment questions.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
do you know the dates, ma'am? When would be the exam results?
Dates are not declared, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So, to whom I have given the presentation, start the presentation, guys. Okay. C4, A2, A2, C4.
Ma'am, A2, he's telling that he hasn't got cured it since.
She hasn't?
Ma'am, he hasn't got cured it since.
506. Hello, 506.
Yes, ma'am.
Start the presentation.
Ma'am, I have joined since a long back. I got 1 week gap. Can you prepare and tell it tomorrow itself, ma'am?
You have the excuses, guys. Nice excuses. What about 520? 520. C7. C7. 527.
Yes, ma'am.
512. 527.
Yes, ma'am.
Start the presentation 527.
I didn't prepare, ma'am.
Hello. 27. D4 and 512. D4, 512. Only 4 members given the presentation, that is 509, 522 and the 501, 551. Only 4 members and 530. 5 members. What about others? What happened, guys? You don't want to give the presentation, or what's the reason behind it? Since 3 weeks, I am saying that to give the presentations, and you're doing your own wish.
Ma'am, can you tell me my topic, ma'am? Because since 3 classes I've been attending and
What you say?
didn't
Yes?
prepare. My topic, ma'am.
You want your topic now? 503.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
503, I have not given any topic to you.
Okay, ma'am.
I have given the topic C4. 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 17 series C4. I've given the topics to C4, A2, 5 and 506, C7, 520, 527, 512 and D4.
Ma'am, 506 and 1, you repeat the topic, ma'am.
How many times I should say it the topic? Control free graph, CFG, control flow graph.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, 5C4 topic also, ma'am.
5.
C4 topic.
You want the topic name this time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Model for testing.
Thank you, ma'am.
So in previous class we have seen the data flow anomalies. So now we will continue with the thing. So last class what I have explained, are you clear with this? With that? So it is important, guys. If you are clear with that only, so you can go with other things. Okay. It visible to you guys? So now we will go with the data flow enemies. Here we have the two types of data flow enemies. Okay, that is called the unforgiving data flow enemy flow graph, and next is unforgiving data flow enemies flow graphs. So in this we have to know there are two types of data flow enemies flow graphs. Okay, this is the first one is unforgiving data flow enemy flow graphs, and the next one is forgiving data flow enemies flow graph. So in this what happening, what we are doing means, look at the in previous class we have in the first unit we have seen about the CFG, right? So how we are creating the CFG and what we are doing, same we are doing in this also. In last section also I have discussed about the how the we are doing that thing. Okay, flow enemy, okay, data flow thing. Okay, so now same thing we are going over here. So look at this diagram. This diagram is considered as an unforgiving data flow enemies. So if it is so look at these symbols, guys, in this diagram. So if it is redefining D, small d, then it is if it is redefining D, it is into the D. Okay, it's go into the D, or defined but not yet used state. If it having been defined, it going to go to the capital D. Okay, and redefined indicator as a small d. Kills without use it is K, then it is becoming the anomalous while using the u small u. Bring it into the capital U stage. Okay, bring into the capital U stage. If in U, redefining a D, bring it into the capital D. Redefining the D, bring it to the capital D. You keep it is into the U. You keep it itself into the U. And K is killed itself. K is killed itself. In this line, K is killed itself. Okay. And redefining means defined means capital D, and redefined means small d, and K means killing without using. Okay, so U means using that variable. So we are showing in this diagram. Okay, so next we have the in the for data for anomalous flow graph, here is nothing but if forgiving model is an alternative models where recovering from the anomaly state is possible. This graph having three normal and the three anomalous state and that KK sequence, okay, in the KK sequence. So KK sequence is means in previous class I said you about the KK harmful but probability bugs. So it will harmful and but it is having the bug over there. Okay. So it may be happen when this anomalies occur means bad programming practice. So that the person who is doing the testing, so developing that program, so they don't have the proper knowledge about the proper practicing about that particular of programming. So that time this types of error will be occurs. Okay. So the graph having the three normal and three anomalies state and the KK sequence. Okay, and the KK sequence is considered not to be a anomaly. The difference between the state graphs and the unforgiving data flow anomaly state graph is it possible? The process acting from the area of the three combination state reduce the value to be unusable working stage. The point of showing the alternative anomaly state graph is a demonstrating the specification of an anomaly which depends upon the such thing as a language application contents or every frames on the mat. In principles, creating a new definition of data flow anomaly. Example, a new stage graph is in each statement. In each situation, at least verify the anomaly's definition behind the theory. Okay, or the data flow anomaly test the tool which is approved to solve it. So look at here, we have using the KKR. So here just why we have mostly used the K things for killing the thing and the using and the defining variable over here. So how we are calling that things, okay, how we are doing the in the sequence order it was showing in this diagram. And next we have the static and dynamic anomaly determination. So in the static anomaly is analyzed done on the source code without actually executed it. For example, source code means system error. Okay, source code is nothing but a system error determining in the static analyzing result. Okay, dynamic analyzing is done on the fly as a procedure is being executed and it is based on the intermediate values that results from the wait a second guys. So dynamic analyzing example is a dividing by the zero warning is in the dynamic result. Okay, if a program such as a data flow anomaly can be detected by the static analyzing method, then it does not believe in testing. Okay, they believe in the languages process. Okay, for example, this is actually a lot of more static analyzing of data flow analyzing. For the data flow anomaly going to into the current languages processors. For example, languages processor which force variable. So look at this. This is the things, guys, which we are doing in the static and dynamic. Static is nothing but the source code errors we are detecting over that, and the dynamic we are going with the dynamic results. Okay, we are going with this, and we are detecting with the using the U and KU. And this will be happen when KU is nothing but a kill of data objects and then use it. So define when you are killing the data objects and then you are using that, it is a failures. Okay, we will get the defect in that program. Okay, next we have the U. This U is nothing but a use value. So in this you are using the value of it. Okay, so this is the arrow where we have the static analysis is not enough, so you have the that variable, array, recording, and pointing. These things, if you read once, you will get the clarity, okay, of your dynamic variable. So this is the data flow model. So this is your program, okay. In previous class, I show you that about the program, how it is converted to the DFG. After converting the DFG, how you are giving the values to you. Okay, so you are in the first unit, we have seen these diagrams, right? By using this program, we have given this diagram, okay. We have created the data flow diagram. With that data flow graph, we are doing that. Now what you are doing best, you are giving the values defined kill using values we are assigning to them, okay. Individual bias for the individual variable, okay. So look at here in the yeah, look at this diagram, guys. DPP. So this is same thing which I show you in the previous class. So it was in the table format, okay. It is in the diagram. First you have to go with the diagram, then you have to go with the table format. So by seeing these diagrams, you can go with the table format, okay. Predicted, defined, uses, okay. This is the thing you are going over here. So look at this diagram. First, x plus y and b plus x. This is the two lines which we are predicting the value, okay. We have the loop over here. If x is equals to less than or equals to greater than 0, so this is the condition, and this it is going to the next thing, okay. Then we are predicting over here value. Oh, look at here we are returning the predicting value, okay. And next we have the prediction as well as C and D. In the prediction and definition, we have the over use and prediction over here, okay. Define and use. So next we are going to the next loop. Over after loop we are having the code, okay, this line. So as per that you are developing this diagram, guys, okay, this graph. After by using this graph, we are developing the things, okay. So by seeing this graph for x and for y and z individually, you are preparing things, okay. All du paths. So last class I have said you about the all du paths and the individual value of variable x, y, and for z and 5v they are doing by seeing the diagram, okay. 3.9. By seeing this diagram, they are doing the all du paths, okay. Next it is going the all usage strategies. So for you they are going with the variable of 4. Next we have the all pu, some cus, all variable for z, and the all cus and the some pus. So all definition strategy and the all pus, okay. All predicting use and the all competition use strategy, they are doing this. So last class I showed you about this all the things. Once we will look it over there. So same thing you are defining over here, guys. So same thing is there in this complete unit, okay. So I have already explained you, but for the simplification purpose I am showing you this, guys. Same thing by seeing the program, you are developing the diagram. By that we are going the 6 types of conditions, okay, testing things, and how you are going with the flow anomalies, flow graphs. But here we have completed our part 2 of your second unit, module 2, okay. Here in before doing that we have just 6 things, right? 6 types of anomaly, which we'll call that anomaly is nothing but a, okay. All defined coverage, okay. All CUs, all PUs, all PUs, some CUs, all CUs, some PUs, all uses coverage. These 6 types of coverage we are going to generate while testing the test case, while developing the test cases for the data flow testing. Okay, so this is the thing. You can go with the individual also with that. And the anomalies, just we I tell you that till you kill. So define. This is the situation will be generated while defining the variable over there. And when this happening with at which category, which what the thing will be happening is in the DDUs defining the data object twice. Okay, it's harmful but suspensual. Okay, it will be harmful if you're calling the two times single data. It will be harmful to your program. So next we have the DK defining the data object but kill it without using it. So when it who will do this, the possibility of doing this kind of things means bad programming language. The person who having the bad programming language, they will do the mistakes like a DK. So next we have the DO defining the data object and use it. So by using it, we are defining the data object but and using it, not an analog. Okay, it is not an analog. No, analog. Next we have the KT, killing the data objects and redefining. Here we are killing the data objects and redefining it. So this is the possibility of enemy, not an enemy. So it is not an enemy. Next we have the K. K is nothing but a kills the data objects and kill it against. Okay, bad programming practice. This happened when the the possibility of this happening is bad programming practice. Next we have the UK. In the UK used the data objects and the kills. We are using the data object and killing the object. That is come under this is possibility of anomaly occurs, not an analog. So next we have the UU. So in this UU define the data objects and use it again. So you are defining the data objects and using it again. So this is also one kind of anomaly. Okay. Next we have the KU. KU is nothing killing the data objects and then use it. So it will come under the defined. And next we have DU. In DU, using the data objects and redefined, using the data object and redefined it. So this is will be come under the not an anomaly. Okay. Nothing else. If you remember these things, this 8-9 things, and if you are clear with this, okay, you can easily go with that. Okay, and you're clear with these three possibilities. Okay, and the data for anomalies, that is 9. In the data flow elements, that 6th thing is this one. This is the 6 things which we are defining in the table diagram. So if you are know with the diagram, so you can go with anything in that. Okay, last class I have explained everything about this. Just as per your material, I am showing this to you guys. So here we have completed the second unit part 2. Okay, for second unit I will give you topics to present give the presentation on it. Take your topic, guys. So next in next class we will go with the domain testing. In domain testing we have domain and the path and the nice and ugly domain, and the domain testing and domain and interface testing, domain and interface testing, domain and testability. Okay, so before that we will go with the data flow. Anyone are interested to take the topic, or shall I give to you? Anyone interested to give the presentation? Anyone? Anyone are interested? Say something, guys. Anyone? Okay, 511. 17 series 511. 511. 511. 511, are you there? M6. M6.
Yes, ma'am.
M6, take the topic.
Yes, sir.
Transaction flow.
Transaction flow. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Forty-six. 46.
Yes, ma'am.
Take a topic.
Okay, ma'am.
Transaction flow testing.
Transaction.
Flow testing.
Okay, ma'am.
Five 58. 558.
Yes, ma'am.
Take a topic.
Ma'am, I cannot able to give the presentation, ma'am.
Why?
I've been doing some projects and I've been preparing for this placement and all that. I don't have time. Like, it's totally packed.
You are doing internship.
Not internship, ma'am.
So,
There's little project to do with my friends.
five 39.
Yes, ma'am.
Take the topic. Data flow testing.
Yes, ma'am.
Thirty-eight. 38. 38. 38, are you there? Five 60. 560.
Yes, ma'am.
Data flow model.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Give your presentation tomorrow or day after tomorrow, guys. 1, 2, 3. 4 members. Okay. 511. 511. 17 series 511. 511. Okay. So you have the two half unit for the mid exam, guys. So prepare for the mid exam. I will give you the assignment question as well as I will give you the mid questions. Okay. Prepare with that, guys. And you have the online exam on of your mid exam. So next topic we have the domain testing. So in domain testing, what you are doing is, domain testing is basically based on the software testing process in which the application is tested by giving the minimum number of input and the evaluate it appropriate output. Okay. So in the primary goal of the domain testing is to check whether the software application accepting the input and within the accepting range and the delivering the requirement output. So we are checking that in the domain testing. We are going with checking in the, if you are giving any kind of input, it will be taking the input in the range or not. So with that application, software application accepting the inputs or not, and it will be accepting as in the range or not, we are checking in that in the domain testing. Okay, it is a functional testing in which the output of the system is tested with a minimum number of input to ensure that the system does not accept an invalid or out of range input value. So we are making sure that the input, what we are giving the input, it is in the range or not, and we are providing any kind of conditions. So it will accepting that condition or not, we are going with that thing. Okay, wait a second guys.